Why investing $1,000 in Block today should be lucrative. Hi everyone, today's video has a little something for the crypto fanatics, the gaming community, and the financial experts. We are going to be looking at one of the top traded gaming currencies, Block, and analyze whether it will be profitable to invest in the coin right now. In case you don't know, Block is the in-game currency of the Metaverse-based online game Bloktopia. The coin can also be freely traded in the cryptocurrency market against USD, Bitcoin, Ethereum, etc. More on that in a bit. Before we get into the video, feel free to hit that like button to encourage more videos on similar topics. Be sure to subscribe and click the bell icon to be notified promptly of our latest uploads to the video. Bloktopia, the 21 million story skyscraper experience on the Metaverse. You can buy real estate, rent it, complete missions, advertise your products, let others advertise in your space, and speculate on the value of Block. All of these are ways in which one can earn the Block token in the game. So far, the mechanism is as simple as collecting coins in Mario. However, unlike Mario coins, Block tokens can be traded freely in the open market against real money. You heard it right. You can earn Block tokens in the game and then trade them for money, in terms of USD or Ethereum or whatever you wish. This is a play-to-earn concept. In this system, the Block token has become just another currency trading in exchanges, with high liquidity and high opportunities for speculation. Here is a question for every investor. Is Block worth investing in the open market? To answer this, let us look at the end goal of every investor, maximizing their wealth. Hence, any asset will be worth investing only if it adds value or appreciates. So let us look at the general estimate for Block in the future and analyze what happens to $1,000 in a few years if invested in Block today. Analysts have been quite optimistic about the future of Block as an asset for multiple reasons. Firstly, Bloktopia is set in the Metaverse, which is constantly updating and changing. Bloktopia will have a first-mover advantage when new, similar games come into the Metaverse. With more and more in-game currencies being introduced, liquidity in the market will also increase, pushing prices up in the future compared to today. Secondly, Bloktopia is empowered by Sony and Polygon and is less likely to default on investors. Thirdly, Bloktopia has recently launched two NFTs, Reblock Real Estate and AdBlock Advertising. These NFTs can only be traded against Block tokens and no other currency. They have specific purposes in the game and can also generate revenue in the form of rent and advertising fees. If these NFTs are purchased and sold heavily in the long run, Block's demand will also increase, inflating its price. Finally, the general format of the game is quite appealing to the upcoming generations of gamers, and hence the demand for Bloktopia is likely to grow exponentially. Currently, as of mid-2022, Block is trading at 1 Block is equal to 0.01 USD, and 1 Block is equal to 0.000004 Ethereum. An investment of $1,000 would enable the purchase of roughly 100,000 Block tokens. By the end of 2022, finance experts predict that the coin will grow about 10 times in size owing to the launch of AdBlock and Reblock this year. Hence, the predicted closing exchange rate is 1 Block is equal to 0.1 USD. The investment of $1,000 would grow to nearly $10,000 provided the estimates are accurate. In comparison, if the same $1,000 were to be invested in a bank in the USA on a one-year deposit, the interest rate offered is 1.25%. The $1,000 would grow to $1,012.50 by mid-2023. By mid-2023, closing at lesser numbers by the end of 2022. Even the all-time high of USA interest rates, 15.81% in the 1980s, cannot compete with the growth in value by 10 times. One may argue that this is a subjective bias towards Block as there are better performing players in the cryptocurrency market, such as Bitcoin. However, we are looking at an investment of just $1,000 from the point of view of small to middle-level investors. $1,000 would let one purchase of a fraction of a single Bitcoin, leading to no significant holding. On the other hand, With 100,000 Block tokens, one can also carry out tasks in the game and earn even more tokens if they pay their cards right. This will enable them to grow their wealth even more beyond the $10,000 generated by purely holding the tokens. But of course, this benefit only comes with investment in gaming tokens. By the end of 2023, consensus estimates predict a rate of 1 block is equal to 0.12 USD, as there have been no major announcements for the game in the next year. $1,000 invested today would become $12,000 in just 18 to 19 months. In 2023, an upside of only 20% is expected compared to the monstrous growth in 2022. However, this is still higher than the rates offered in other financial instruments such as loans and deposits. Banks would yield around $25.15 as compound interest in 24 months of investment. Hence again, Block proves to be profitable provided circumstances are conducive. For 2024, safe estimates predict 1 block to equal around 0.16 USD, an upside of around 33%. Analysts believe that the true effect of AdBlock and Reblock's long-term gains should take place from this year. This is because $1,000 grows to around $16,000 in 3 years. In comparison, banks would grow your deposit to $1,038, negligible growth compared to Block. 3-year peer-to-peer loans provide a compound interest of 5%. Even a CAGR of 15.7625% grows an investment of $1,000 to just $1,156 in 3 years, compared to Block's $16,000. One can also invest in the stock market and hold for 3 years. However, such enormous returns are unlikely from fully functioning companies unless an extraordinary event like Elon endorsing GameStop happens. By 2026, analysts expect the Block to rise to equal $1. 100,000 Block coins purchased now would equal $100,000 in 2026. There is no doubt that banks or any other fixed income earning instrument would generate such a return. This prediction stems from the fact that in 5 years, the gaming community will expand further as more and more kids reach the age where they indulge in both gaming and investing. This provides such NFT-based models with a window of opportunity where the target market is broadened to new levels. Some highly optimistic analysts expect Block to reach $3 USD by 2028. In 7 years, $1,000 would grow to $300,000. Normal instruments cannot mirror the level of return. This would remind one of Bitcoin's growth in the past 10 years, indicating Block's potential to become a market dominator in the NFT gaming industry. Quite poetic, as Bloktopia's skyscraper was built to honor the minting of 21 million Bitcoins. One can argue that with the rise in the industry as a whole, other gaming coins could be more lucrative in the long term. Let us take the case of the UFO gaming coin. The present exchange rate is 1 UFO is equal to 0.000004 USD. Taking into account its internal reforms and upcoming projects, along with external happenings that are common to both UFO and Block, analysts predict a rate of 1 UFO is equal to 0.00008 USD. The upside is a multiple of 20 times. $1,000 invested in UFO today would grow to $20,000 approximately. Block's growth potential is incomparable. Let us think smaller. If you were to invest $1 today to buy 100 blocks, your investment would value $10, $12, $16, $100, and $300 in 1, 2, 3, 5, and 7 years respectively. Even such a small investment that does not place any financial pressure has the potential to multiply by 300 times through Block. Hence, it shows promise in accommodating both small and large investors. Think about the kind of returns people who invest millions make. These kinds of tokens are how the rich stay rich, routing money towards investments that show high profit potential instead of holding it in liquid cash or at the bank. On a ceteris paribus notion, we can see how investing $1,000 in Block today in 2022 will prove to be highly lucrative for investors. However, unforeseen market circumstances can always impact market trends and even push markets into recession. Hence, one should always be prudent while investing, performing their own research and developing strategies to hedge their open positions. And that's it to wrap it up for this video. What are your thoughts on Blok? Do you agree with the consensus estimates made by analysts? Will you be putting your own money into the coin? Let us know all your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and share the video with as many crypto enthusiasts as you can. And as always, stay subscribed to never miss out on more Metaverse-themed videos.